Hi guys, I thought it's Sunday, I've got a little bit of free time, so I would make a video, and I've kind of broken my rule when it came to my Beach Boys collection. So this is mainly going to be Beach Boys, so if you're not really interested in Beach Boys, then, well, I say mainly. Oh no, I will. There will be one other thing that isn't Beach Boys. I'll show this quickly. Actually, for Ben Costello, he's into his Irish folk. So I have two copies of this. This is the original, the first Dubliners album. They're actually slightly different colours. But yeah, so this is the debut Dubliners album on Transatlantic, TRA 116, great album, and I have two copies of this for the specific reason that this one, as you can see on the back, is nice and clean, and this one is kind of scabby but is signed, and I said in my message that it was signed by the 4 original members, but I've subsequently looked and it isn't. It is signed by, not quite sure how you pronounce it, Kyron Burke, Luke Kelly, what are their names, Ronnie Drew and John Sheehan. So I think that's like the second, like if it was Deep Purple it would be Dubliners Mark II. So it's not quite the original lineup, but he wanted to see that, so I said I'd show him that. So if you're watching, I hope that was interesting. Now, like I said, my Beach Boys collection, I'm slowly trying to collect the mono albums, and I'm collecting them in order. Well, I was collecting them in order. The next album I needed to pick up was this, which was Little Deuce Coupe. This is original mono. I saw this on eBay pretty cheap, so I jumped on it. It was within my price range, but then breaking from my rule of buying them all in order, the guy that was selling this also had a load of other ones. So I picked up All Summer Long. It's a bit scabby on the back, but these were cheap, so I think I got five albums off him altogether, and it cost me 20 quid. You know, so I was still kind of sticking within my £10 each price bracket. So Smiley Smile, this is the first one that I already had the stereo, and this is the mono one, as you can see by the catalogue number here, T 9001. The stereo ones would be ST 9001. So Smiley Smile, great album. Wild Honey, another one that I didn't have. And these were all, I mean, they're not in, the covers are in nice condition, the discs are perfectly playable, which is what I wanted. They're not archive quality ones. And Friends, which actually is rapidly becoming one of my favourite Beach Boys albums. I hadn't heard this, as much as I'm a fan of the Beach Boys. I like Waiting, so I can't remember what track it was. Diamond Head, I think, was just great. But yeah, this is really good, and it's quite interesting. Mike Love didn't really have anything to do with the writing of this, because he was in he was with Donovan and the Beatles, doing their learning how to do their transcendental meditation with that Indian guy. But yeah, that Friends album's really good. All the tracks are only like, a lot of them are less than 2 minutes. I think there's only 2 tracks that are over 3 minutes long. Yeah, and that's one of them's 3:05. So there's a lot of short tracks, but it's a great album. Great album. So I thought if I'm showing all them, I might as well show my Beach Boys EPs and singles. So I've got all the UK released EPs anyway. Surfing USA and Fun. This is 4 by the Beach Boys. Beach Boys concert. Beach Boys hits. And the last one is God Only Knows. So they're all the original UK EPs. Singles and EP wise, I don't think there was any EPs released when they changed label. It's all Capitol stuff I was kind of sticking to begin with. So single wise, I have Surfing Safari, which is backed with 409. These first ones came out on that kind of purpley blue Capitol label. I don't have a decent sleeve for this one yet, but this is Fun. This was actually the last one I got. It was a trickier one to find for some reason. This is probably the rarest one. This is 10 Little Indians, which is a B-side with Country Fair. But yeah, this is their rarest single. Shut Down, and sorry, it's Surfing USA with Shut Down. I Get Around, backed with Don't Worry Baby. Some of the sleeves on these aren't in the best of conditions. When I Grow Up, and She Knows Me Too Well. Dance, 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 and Warmth of the Sun. Then we get onto the black Capitol ones, All Summer Long, and Do You Want to Dance, Help Me Rhonda, and Kiss Me Baby. California Girls, which is backed with Let 'Em Run Wild. Little Girl I Once Knew, backed with There's No Other Like My Baby. Barbara Ann and Girl Don't Tell Me on the flip side. Now this one is Caroline No, but you'll notice that it's just down as a Brian Wilson track. It's not listed as being a Beach Boys one, but it's a fantastic song. What else have we got here? Sloop John B, and You're So Good to Me on the flip side of that. And I also have a promo of Sloop John B as well. As you can see, demo, not for sale. I was wondering about starting to collect the demos, but they always go for quite a lot of money, so I don't know whether I'll bother it. I just managed to get that one pretty cheap. God Only Knows, probably one of the most regarded as one of the best Beach Boys songs. with Wouldn't It Be Nice on the B-side. Good Vibrations with Wendy on the flip. Then I Kissed Her with Mountain of Love on the flip side of that. Heroes and Villains, another classic track, with You're Welcome on the flip side. Now there's another one this isn't Beach Boys, it's Brian Wilson and Mike Love, called Getting Hungry. I'd really like to get the Dennis Wilson one, Dennis Wilson and Drumbo, but it goes for a lot. It's like 100, probably best part of 100 quid I'd have to fork out for that, so probably won't get it, but I'd like one. So Wild Honey with Wind Chimes, Darling and Country Air, Friends with Little Bird on the flip side, Do It Again and Wake the World. This one's Bluebirds Over the Mountain and Never Learn Not to Love on the flip side of it. I Can Hear Music and All I Want to Do. And Breakaway with Celebrate the News. Like I said, I think this is every UK single they released up until this one, which is Cotton Fields and The Nearest Faraway Place. Now, this Cotton Fields single, at this point, some of them were released on the Black Capital label, and after this, about halfway through the pressing of this, possibly even nearer the start, because there's not many on the Black label. Most of the Cotton Fields singles you see have the orange Capital label, so that's the kind of point that I stopped and decided to concentrate on picking up the EPs and the albums. So they did release singles in the UK after that point, but I thought that was a good place to stop it. So yes, I've done the Beach Boys albums in my book, so I'll show them as well. So we've got Smiley Smile, which was quite a fun one to do. All Summer Long, Little Deuce Coupe, and Wild Honey. The Wild Honey one has turned out pretty well. I was pleased with that. And Friends. So yes, that's pretty much it. A bit of a Beach Boys bonanza. So I know Rob will be beside himself with happiness. And if you don't like the Beach Boys, you'll probably have turned off a long time before this point. But it was a video I'd wanted to make. I wanted to show my Beach Boys singles for a long time, but I'd never done it. So that's 14 minutes. So that's plenty long enough. And hope everyone's doing fine. And yeah, take care.